Next gen, sort of next gen, not really next gen, just upgrades of this generation, this gen? What the hell is going on? Why, PlayStation Neo and Xbox Scorpio, my fine friends, but do we need these upgrades? Sure, one could say the Neo and Scorpio are leagues more powerful than their original counterparts, and to that I nod and say true. No one is here to argue that. Put the gun down. Again, what I'm here to discuss is the necessity of these upgrades. Looking back historically, this doesn't surprise me. It's always been a waiting game when it comes to Sony and Microsoft in respects to their consoles. In fact, when it comes to consoles, Nintendo's the only one who gives you one box for its entire lifespan. Hate to sound like a fanboy of Nintendo, but it's true. Never have I heard of a GameCube 0.5, a Wii U 2.0, or Wii U 0.5, or whatever have you. And don't bring up the black and white Wii U. They were released simultaneously and blindsided no one. Are we getting rid of actual console upgrades? I'm assuming this is a no. Okay. So I'll tell you what, I'll spend $500 on your base form of your console, the original. Go ahead, put the money sound effect on them. $500 for your in-between, and another $500 for the generation thereafter. Well, spin me around and call me financially free, Fat McGee, I must be loaded. But in all seriousness, these console... Hold on, guys. Who is it? Blatant cash grab. Go away, cash grab. Nobody likes you, and you always come around disguised as an opportunity. Man, I'll be back, Logan. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been deceived. I hate to be that guy, but I'll say it if nobody else will. Right from the start, companies we trusted with our hard-earned dollars, we work for, pay bills with, watch Fanatics 4-4, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. And for what? To be put inside another rat race of consumption centralized by capitalism contained within the confines of controlled creations? That's right. While you've been thinking it was a fair fight, it's been rigged from the jump. It all comes down to planned obsolescence. You know what obsolete means? It's f***ing old. Right from the beginning, Sony and Microsoft had it all planned out. The PS4 and Xbox One had already had artificial limits of usage of life put on them from the start. They were planning the Neo and Scorpio 3 years ago. In reality, from a business standpoint, there isn't anything wrong with planned obsolescence. Let's face it, Sony and Microsoft are businesses trying to make more money. Having a generation last 10 plus years consecutively is less lucrative than dropping a slightly or greatly fancier version of what's already out. Plus, consumers love shiny new toys, so everybody wins. But the question I pose here, ladies and gentlemen, is a basic one. What's new? Remember how earlier I talked about Nintendo? Part of what sets Nintendo apart from the other two giants here is the fact that Nintendo hasn't ever, at the time of this video being recorded, because who knows what the NX will be like, hasn't ever steered towards power to push an upgrade or a generation. Nintendo gives new ways to play. So in the case of Sony and Microsoft, what are we getting differently from the upgrades that isn't already at our fingertips? Sure, they'll look better, but from my understanding, they're still running the same games and the specs are nice, but if you personally couldn't care less about a shinier screen, couldn't you pass up? Well, I guess the VR is nice. But you know how we feel about virtual reality here at Fanatics 4. We think it sucks. Oh boy, did you guys miss our point on that one. Oh, that's it for me today, guys. If you wish to see more videos just like the one you saw today, be sure to check the annotations on the screen right here. Like the video if you did. Be sure to hit that subscribe button because that is necessary. And comment your thoughts on the next generation consoles. All necessary to you. The conversation just doesn't have to end with me. Everyone's voice matters, not just my own. See you next week.